Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami today tabled the draft for Uniform Civil Code at the Uttarakhand Assembly. Now, Pushkar Singh Dhami, before the assembly elections in the state of Uttarakhand, had assured that if the BJP comes back to power in the state of Uttarakhand, UCC will be implemented. Now, fulfilling that promise, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami has finally tabled the final draft of the Uniform Civil Code for discussion inside the House. The discussion will take place during this special session of the Uttarakhand Assembly that has been called from the 5th to the 8th of February, where the Congress party alleges that this is not enough time for discussing something as serious as the UCC. The BJP is of the opinion that the Uniform Civil Code is long due and it's high time that that gender equality is given priority and that the women of the country are empowered. This particular final draft has been finalized after meticulous deliberation. A committee under retired Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai was formed. There were 6 participants in this particular committee that was issued by the government of Uttarakhand. This particular committee took lakhs and thousands of opinions on web portal and in physical as well. To be precise, there was a web portal launched by the government of Uttarakhand under the guidance of the committee where 2,33,000 written opinions of people from all across the Uttarakhand were registered. Moving on, there were over 70 public meetings that were organized by this particular committee that has finalized the report, where they interacted with over 60,000 people, took their opinion and advices about drafting a final draft of the UCC and what do they want in that particular draft. After that as well, there were around 20 extensions given by the state of Uttarakhand to this particular committee to finalize a draft, and it took over 20 months to this particular committee to come out with a detailed draft for Uniform Civil Code. Now, when we talk about this particular draft over here, this draft has been divided into 4 volumes, that is over 750 pages, and it talks about greater gender equality and cohesion specifically for women. The first thing that this particular draft talks about is of marriage. This under the marriage section, it is imperative now to register your marriage, to register your divorce, to have legal documentation with the government and the court authorities. In the similar fashion, when we talk about divorce, the way of divorce has also been defined. That will be done through court. The cooling period, which was different in multiple faiths, has also been streamlined to 6 months and will be followed by people of all faiths. Similarly, if we move on and talk about property rights, the property rights now will be equal for both men and women. Both girl and the boy child will be eligible for equal distribution of wealth even after marriage. Illegitimate children and children who are adopted will also have equal rights in as far as the distribution of property is concerned. Now, practices like halala, iddat, child marriage, polygamy have been straight out banned in this particular draft of the UCC. The UCC asserts that these malpractices need not be followed and those who do not abide by the rules of the UCC will have to suffer the consequences. Similarly, in the fashion of marriage as well, if the marriage is not registered under the said authorities, if the divorce is not properly registered under the said authorities, then there is a provision of consequences for that as well. As I said, that polygamy, child marriage, halala, iddat, all these practices have been completely banned. Now when we come to live-in relationships, there is a detailed provision for live-in relationships as well. The couples that are living in a live-in relationship will have to come forward and register their relationship, otherwise they'll also have to face prosecution under the tenets that have been mentioned in the Uniform Civil Code. Also moving forward, these live-in couples will have to also inform if and when they have a child, because the rights of the child also need protection, and the UCC draft provides that protection. Now, the certain age of marriage, if we talk about, it was different across faiths. Now that has also been streamlined and fixed to one. Specifically, the right to education before marriage and right to follow one's passion has also gained mention in the draft of UCC. So all these 4 volumes of the Uniform Civil Code contains these aspects that promote gender equality and cohesion. Specifically, the UCC is a draft that would strengthen the position of women in the country. Uttarakhand will become the first state to welcome UCC. It will be passed soon because the Bharatiya Janata Party has 47 seats in an assembly of 70 seats, but a detailed discussion will go on for 3 days where opinion of all the parties will be kept forward. And after this discussion is ended, the UCC will be passed, it will be sent to the governor, and from there to the president. And soon UCC will become the part of the state of Uttarakhand. In a way, it's an unprecedented day in the history of the country, as Uttarakhand will become the first state to bring in UCC. The second state that has shown interest is the same state of Assam. So this could also lay out a path for other states who would want to follow the pursuit. This is Madhurima Mishra with Vijay Manish for Republic TV.